Julius Caesar, a complete life story. Julius Caesar was born on July 12 or 13, 100 BCE, in Rome, a city experiencing political instability. He came from a noble family called the Julii, who claimed they were descended from Venus, the Roman goddess of love. However, his family wasn't very rich or powerful at the time. Caesar's father, also named Gaius Julius Caesar, was a high-ranking official, but he died when Caesar was just 16 years old. This left Caesar as the head of his family. His mother, Aurelia, was known for her intelligence, and she played a big role in shaping his character. Caesar's education and early ambitions. Like other Roman boys from noble families, Caesar received a good education. He learned about Greek and Roman literature, law, and how to speak in public, which was very important for a Roman politician. Caesar wanted to rise to power in the Roman Republic and was always ambitious. His family supported a political faction called the Populars, who fought for the rights of ordinary people. When Caesar was 18 years old, he married Cornelia, the daughter of Lucius Cornelius Cinna, a leader of the Populars faction. This marriage tied him to a powerful family, but it also put him in danger when Lucius Cornelius Sulla, the leader of the Optimates faction, who supported the rich, came to power in 82 BCE. Sulla didn't like Caesar's political connections and ordered him to divorce Cornelia. Caesar refused, which made him an enemy of Sulla. Fearing for his life, Caesar fled Rome. Eventually, Caesar's family and friends convinced Sulla to pardon him. But Sulla warned them by saying, "In Caesar, I see many Mariuses," meaning he saw great potential in Caesar to become as dangerous as Gaius Marius, one of his political enemies. Military service and early political career. After Sulla's death, Caesar returned to Rome to begin his career. His early experiences in politics didn't bring him instant success, but his military career was more promising. He went to Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey, and served in the army. During this time, Caesar showed his bravery in battle and earned the respect of his commanders. One famous event during his early career involved pirates. On his way to study in Rhodes, Caesar was captured by pirates and held for ransom. Caesar, instead of being afraid, told the pirates they should ask for a higher ransom because he was worth more. After the ransom was paid and Caesar was freed, he raised a fleet of ships, hunted down the pirates, and had them executed. This event showed Caesar's fearlessness and his sharp mind. Back in Rome, Caesar's political career began to rise. He became military tribune, and later, quaestor, an important financial officer. His big break came in 65 BCE when he became an aedile, an official in charge of public games and festivals. Caesar spent a lot of money putting on elaborate events to entertain the public, which made him extremely popular. In 63 BCE, Caesar was elected Pontifex Maximus, Rome's chief priest. This gave him more influence in Roman politics. Caesar was known for using every opportunity to climb higher, gaining more power step by step. The First Triumvirate and Caesar's consulship. By 60 BCE, Caesar had made powerful allies, Pompey, one of Rome's greatest generals, and Crassus, the richest man in Rome. Together, they formed the First Triumvirate, an unofficial political alliance. Each of them had something to gain. Caesar needed their support to rise to higher office, Pompey wanted land for his veterans, and Crassus sought laws that would benefit his businesses. In 59 BCE, Caesar became one of Rome's 2 consuls, the highest political office. As consul, he passed laws to help Pompey and Crassus, but this angered the Senate. Caesar also used his position to pass laws that gave land to the poor, which made him even more popular. When his term as consul ended, Caesar was appointed governor of Gaul, modern-day France, and this is where his military legend truly began. The Gallic Wars, Caesar's military triumph. Caesar spent nearly 10 years, from 58 BCE to 50 BCE, conquering Gaul in what became known as the Gallic Wars. His military campaigns were both brutal and brilliant. He fought many tribes and expanded Roman territory to the north. His most famous victory came in 52 BCE, when he defeated the Gallic leader Vercingetorix at the Battle of Alesia. This victory made Caesar the master of all Gaul and brought immense wealth to Rome. During these wars, Caesar wrote detailed accounts of his campaigns, called commentaries on the Gallic War. These writings not only gave insight into his strategies, but also served as propaganda to boost his popularity in Rome. The crossing of the Rubicon and civil war. As Caesar's power grew, the Roman Senate, especially his former ally Pompey, started to fear him. In 50 BCE, the Senate, influenced by Pompey, ordered Caesar to disband his army and return to Rome as a private citizen. Caesar knew that if he returned without his army, he would be put on trial and possibly executed. In January 49 BCE, Caesar made a historic decision. Instead of following the Senate's orders, he marched his army across the Rubicon River, which was the border of his province. By crossing the Rubicon with his army, Caesar broke Roman law, effectively declaring war on Rome. As he crossed the river, he is said to have declared, "Alia iacta est," meaning the die is cast, there was no turning back. This action started a civil war between Caesar and Pompey. Caesar quickly advanced on Rome, and Pompey fled to Greece. Caesar followed him and defeated Pompey's forces at the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BCE. Pompey then fled to Egypt, where he was killed by the orders of the Egyptian king. Cleopatra and Egypt. While in Egypt, Caesar became involved in the country's politics. He supported Cleopatra in her struggle to become queen, and they became lovers. Cleopatra later gave birth to a son, Ptolemy 15, also known as Caesarion, who many believed was Caesar's child. Caesar stayed in Egypt for a time, helping Cleopatra secure her throne. Afterward, he continued his military campaigns, winning victories in Asia Minor and North Africa. Return to Roman dictatorship. Caesar returned to Rome in 46 BCE, where he was appointed dictator. At first, this was a temporary position, but in 44 BCE, he was made dictator for life. As dictator, Caesar introduced many reforms. He changed the calendar to the Julian calendar, which was based on the solar year. He reduced debts and redistributed land to veterans and the poor. He expanded the Senate to include more people from across the Roman Empire. Despite his reforms, many in the Senate feared that Caesar wanted to become king. In ancient Rome, the idea of a king was hated, as Rome had overthrown its monarchy centuries earlier. The Ides of March, Caesar's assassination. On March 15, 44 BCE, known as the Ides of March, a group of senators, led by Brutus and Cassius, plotted to kill Caesar. They believed they were saving the Roman Republic by stopping him from becoming a tyrant. During a Senate meeting, Caesar was stabbed 23 times by the conspirators. According to legend, Caesar's last words were "Et tu, Brute," meaning even you, Brutus, showing his shock at Brutus' betrayal. Legacy of Julius Caesar. Caesar's death led to more chaos and civil war. His adopted heir, Octavian, later known as Augustus, would eventually become the first emperor of Rome, marking the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar left a lasting mark on Roman history. His military conquests greatly expanded the Roman Empire. His name, Caesar, became a title used by Roman emperors, and later by rulers like the Kaisers of Germany and the Tsars of Russia. Even the month of July is named after him. Though he was assassinated, Julius Caesar's impact on Rome and the world remains one of the most important legacies in history. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more videos.